everybody, hope you're keeping safe and well. Gosh, it's been ages since I've done a little video. Apologies for this, me and Rose have just been out and got caught in all that lovely summer weather, all that peeing it down with rain. But as I was walking, I was like, I've got to bite the bullet and do this video. It's not an easy one, so bear with. And if it's all a bit skewy and all over the place, that's because I haven't pre-planned what I'm going to say. I'm just going to say it. First of all, it's come to my attention today that Seed is 24 years old, co-founded 24 years ago by my amazing mum and dad. And I wanted to start off with that because it's a powerful reminder of all that we've achieved and how far we've come. And how proud I am of what we do at Seed Eating Disorder Support Services. Because I've made it known that we've been struggling and I've been fighting to keep us going, and we had to put a pause on some of our services because I've got no staff, it's just me. And it's been a hard time, and I feel like I've been living two very different lives the last 6 months, striving for what I want and need in my life, you know, continuing with my public speaking, my acting, the radio that I've been doing recently. And I've had to give my energy to that because it's the one thing that's been keeping me going and keeping me sane in many ways, because the other side of it is that Seed has been a real challenge. Mum, Dad and I have been through the ringer. We've lost all of our staff due to pressure, the need for our services, and not having enough people to deliver it, and then that impacts on the people delivering it, and so then they can't cope. And, you know, financial reasons, having to strip back. It's been a really difficult time, but we were determined. It's Ruby just come. We were determined to keep going, and I have been determined to keep going. However, one of the things that I've had to let go of, and it's been heartbreaking, is the resource room. I opened that resource room just shy of 2 years ago. After we'd lost our City Healthcare Partnership home in Wilberforce House in Hull, our funding was cut, and with that we lost our little room. And then from then on, I just feel like it's just been challenge after challenge after challenge. But I got the resource room in Prince's Quay, and, you know, made it a home with the help of some amazing people who donated furniture, who supported us, looked after us. But a resource room can't be open, or a support drop-in service can't be open if I don't have staff. And it just became one nightmare after another, really. And anybody who owns a business, as soon as you go into property, there's your rates, there's your rent, there's your insurance, there's all the cost that comes with it, and we just weren't able to keep it up. So we made the decision that we had to let go of it. I struggled a lot with that decision because I'm only human, and I felt like I've let people down and I failed, and it's been a real work in progress for me to understand that actually I haven't failed. I fought and I tried to make something work, and sometimes in life things don't always work out as we hoped. So yeah, we have moved out of Prince's Quay. We don't have a home as yet, but there are positives. Yes, there are, Ruby. There are many positives. It feels like we're starting again in many ways. Ruby, do you want to come and say hi? It feels like we're starting again in many ways. Come and say hi. Come on. You're just jealous because I've got the camera and you're not on it. Just felt like we had to start again, and maybe that's not a bad thing, you know. Maybe it's not, Ruby. I love you too, darling. God, she's been a godsend as Ruby when things have been hard. So yeah, it's a chance to start again. It's a chance to rebuild. You know, I've thought long and hard about what Seed is and what we want to offer, and I believe that stripping back our services and doing a few things and doing them really damn well is where we need to be looking for the future. So looking at getting our volunteer buddy scheme back up and running as soon as possible. Mum and dad's support groups are still running, but I've got a vision of wanting to do more support groups, preferably one with lived experience that I can help facilitate, and just get our support emails back. And we're doing that with the help of Hull and East Yorkshire Mind. We're going to be partnering with them. Seed is still their own entity, but Hull and East Yorkshire Mind are going to be helping us to rebuild, which is just amazing. Emma Dallimore and the team have been absolutely fantastic. The resource room is going over, or is now in the hands of Blossom, which is a Hull-based charity who deal in suicide prevention and self-harm. I couldn't have asked for a better fit in terms of the mental health side of things and everything that Blossom stands for. It's so important. And they've taken the room as it was. So having spoken to Steve, Chelsea Blue's dad, and Sue Graham, Nicky Graham's mum, who both had rooms dedicated to them in terms of the therapy rooms, they're still there. Blossom has kept them on, so their legacy carries on there, which is just amazing. So yeah, someone's looked down on us somewhere. Let's go down, darling. Someone's looked down on us somewhere, and you know, for all the heartache and behind the scenes that I've been going through, there has been some really, really good things coming from it. And that's it really. I jumped out of a plane a few weeks ago to try and bring in much needed funds for Seed. And just to clarify, you know, we've had a lot of support from our integrated care board, but the problem is that even our own integrated care boards, our local NHS, you know, who try and find the money to help and support the voluntary sector and those referral pathways, even they don't have the money, because as much as the government say that they're bringing new money into the NHS, by the time it's trickled down to those like us, there's little left. You know, once you've, you know, spent it on wages, which, you know, whatever, valid, absolutely, but wages, admin, all of their priorities, beds, what comes down to us is little or nothing. And even those within the NHS, it has changed, the structure has changed that many times that even they're struggling for their own jobs and trying to figure out where the funding comes from. And it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And I think the one thing that hurts me, or frustrates me, should I say, the most, is that it's 30 years since I was first referred into the system in CAMHS, and it's 29 years since I was given 24 hours to live. And yeah, I'm recovered, and you know, I've fought my way to get back here, but as I just question how much has really changed. It's still a postcode lottery. If Seed weren't there, there'd be no voluntary sector service for eating disorders in Hull and East Yorkshire. I mean, what does East Riding have either? Little or nothing. So yeah, I fight on. I'm sorry if I've waffled. This has been really hard to do. Not having that resource room has been really heartbreaking, but as I say, Blossoms have taken it over. We are rebuilding. I have tried my hardest and I will continue to try my hardest, but please just keep being patient with us as we navigate our way through all of this, and keep supporting us. You can still donate to my skydive, you can still fundraise for us, you can still get in touch about corporates and sponsorships. I'm very excited to talk to you more about the educational toolkit, which we've just updated and due to relaunch soon. So there's lots going on. Yeah, thank you for your support, and watch this space. You matter.